Hello, my name is Wedoo and welcome back to yet another video. This year I have been taking on a personal challenge of trying to 100% a game every month, and to this point I believe I'm doing a good job. With many games to play on my Steam catalog and to buy, I didn't know what to play. However, I remembered that in the month of May there's a specific day that is celebrated throughout the world by sci-fi fans, the May 4th, being connected to Star Wars. I'm quite fond of the Star Wars saga, and as a way to celebrate the day, I decided to get all of the achievements in Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. I didn't know much about the story of the game and in what timeline was inserted, but I went for it anyway. By playing Jedi Fallen Order, you can unlock 39 unique achievements. Some of them are related to the story of the game, while others are related to the exploration and combat aspects of the game. Feel free to subscribe, it is free, you can always change your mind later, and this is how it went. In Braca, we meet the protagonist of the story, Cal Kestis, working on the scrapyard, before needing some extra work from his boss with his friend Prof. We'll learn a little bit about their life in the scrapyard until they get separated after a collision of barrels destroying the platform. We'll learn the movements of the game before reuniting with Prof to witness a Jedi starfighter and the platform collapses, making Prof fall off and Cal saves him with the Force, revealing himself to be a Jedi. While on his commute, Cal dreams about his master, and after waking up, the commuter train is being seized by the Inquisitors, a group of Jedi hunters. They question the scrappers, and after the second sister, one of the top Inquisitors, kills Prof, Cal pulls out his hidden lightsaber. However, he gets pulled and dropped into the moving trains. We need to defeat some stormtroopers, learn the combat elements of the game, go across many train cars, get blasted by some troopers, then get saved by someone else before going down again, needing to fight the second sister. We get saved yet again by the strangers, who reveal themselves as Saria Junda, a former Jedi, and Grease Dietrich, the captain of the Mantis. I learn about our mission to rebuild the Jedi Order, unlocking the Mantis. We learn about the Sense Echo ability by playing the guitar and arrive at Bogano. We are tasked to enter the Bogano vault, meditate for the first time, and encounter our newest companion, BD1, that can serve as an holomap for Cal. We follow BD1, take care of some enemies, get some Force Echoes, repair BD1, learn that BD1 is a steam compartment as well, lose some chests, scan some enemies, get the copy terrarium seed for the terrarium that can help us for an achievement way down the line, and get a flashback to Cal's training as a Padawan, learning the ability to wall run. We wall run and race BD1 to the vault, enter it and see a message from Eno Cordova, a late Jedi Master, through BD1, tasking us to go to Zepho, unlocking Zepho to explore, and a long time ago. While going back to the Mantis, we get another recording from Eno Cordova telling us about an unobscure planet, Dathomir. While exploring a little bit, we discover a secret from Bogano through a Force Echo, defeat a unique enemy, Ogdo Bogdo, and head to the Mantis. The crew meets BD1, however, Sari already knew about him. We tell what happened inside the vault, needing to find an holocron to save future Jedi children and rebuild the Jedi Order. We plant a seed that we have found and head to Zepho. Already in Zepho, Grease botched the landing a little bit, so while he repairs the Mantis, we went on our mission to find the hidden vaults. We deal with some enemies, scan the stormtrooper, and we get an additional steam canister to add to BD1. We fight off some stormtroopers, scan the scout trooper commander, while getting some Force Echoes and BD1 scans. While moving forward, we scan the Scout Trooper and the Rocket Launcher Trooper until we reach the Weathered Monument, where we fight more Stormtroopers, scanning the Heavy Assault Trooper and get the Royal Plus Terrarium Seed for the Terrarium, before finding out that the Empire has a transport ship in Zepho for the artifact we are looking for. We went forward, taking care of more stormtroopers, sliding into a tomb, and finally into the windswept ruins, where we can get the Gillypod terrarium seed and find the tomb of Elram, solving some puzzles, taking care of enemies and finding secrets. We get our first instance of a Tomb Guardian, and after some puzzles and Tomb Guardians, we find some Force fragments on the wall, getting Cal a vision and a flashback to his Padawan training, where we learn the ability to Force push. BD1 gives us another message from Eno Cordova, pointing us to Kashyyyk to find the Wookiee named Tarful. I finished other puzzles of this tomb, and while I was at it, I customized Cal's clothing, BD1 colors and the Mantis colors, unlocking the full glow up. I was able to complete the last puzzle, getting out of the tomb, unlocking the obstacle is the way. However, I went back to the tomb just to explore what I could now that I've got the Force push ability, trying to get most of the Force echoes, the BD1 scans and chests. Got out of the tomb and faced many stormtroopers. Because I have acquired the Force push ability, I can use it against missiles coming from the rocket launcher trooper, pushing the missiles to them, granting us an achievement later down the line. Needing to go to the ice caves, we take care of Jotas, get some Force echoes, fight some troopers and have a little detour. We can find a scout trooper commander and an Electrobaton purge trooper. Finding our way out of the ice caves, after fighting more troopers, we found out that the Mantis is being attacked by an AT-ST. And going there, we take care of it and tell everything that happened to Sari, while she tells more about her life. Before going anywhere, I came back to Zepho and to the abandoned village and beyond to explore, get some more chests, Force echoes, BD1 scans and more secrets. After fighting more stormtroopers, I parried my 50th blaster bolt, unlocking Back at You. And after unlocking the evasive kick skill point on the skill tree, I let a Phylac kick me after standing behind him and kicked them back, unlocking Kicking Back. I defeated some more stormtroopers, scanning Stormtrooper Commander, went back to the Weather Monument so I could upgrade BD1 to get its camp link, allowing us to open more chests and activate hidden passages. Explore even more to obtain some chests, perfectly parried 100 times, unlocking perfect timing, and headed back to the Mantis to go to Bogano. With the Force push, I was able to free a Bogling that was trapped behind the wall near where the Mantis is parked, making it join the Mantis, and completed the puzzle to open the gate so I could get another steam canister. Our next stop is Kashyyyk, and after entering, we've noticed that we are in the middle of a battle between the Empire and the Partisans, a group of rebels. Infiltrating an AT&T, we destroy more AT&T and take care of some more stormtroopers. We meet Saw Gerrera and his freedom fighters and ask her out about the Wookiee named Tarful. We get the overcharge ability for BD1 and help Saw Gerrera on his quest to liberate Kashyyyk. We enter the Imperial Refinery, take care of more Imperial troopers, scan an Electrostaff Purge trooper, and shimmy our way into the depths of the refinery, scanning the Flame Trooper and fight even more troopers, Washocks, and get the Bone Seer terrarium seed. We shimmy our way into a room where we can find a secret and an albino Washocks, an unique enemy. After traversing the refinery, getting chests, Force echoes, BD1 scans and secrets, we find where the Wookiees are being held, and by trying to save them, we need to defeat a security guard, and after that, we free them. We find more troopers, use the Force push on one of them, which unlocks Bank Shot, some way, somehow. We free more Wookiees and go into the main platform where the major battle is happening. We help them and defeat the troopers, unlocking Happy Go Wookiee. I went back to the starting area, lightsaber bench, customized it fully, unlocking Sabersmith. Went back to Bogano to get more Force echoes, chests, BD1 scans, the double blade lightsaber, which gives us superior damage boost, and killed Splox while using the evasive kick skill, unlocking Kickoff. Getting back to the Mantis, our next destination is Zepho yet again, and into the Ice Cave, which will connect to the Imperial excavation and the Crash Venator. In this area, you can find lots of chests, Force echoes, BD1 scans, and a unique interaction between Cal and Grease. We can find the Dream World terrarium seed, and after climbing the Crash Venator and taking care of some Imperial droids, can scan them for our databank, entering the Imperial dig site, where we can fight and scan the security droid, and in the same room we can upgrade so BD1 can go up the ziplines. We defeat more troopers, and after descending an elevator, we are face to face with the second sister. I won't lie to you, this is a very difficult fight at first. However, when you start to see the patterns of attack, you can easily parry her. When you reduce her health to half, she will push you through a wall, preparing a big attack. However, BD1 saves you by enabling a force field. The second sister reveals that she is Trilogy Suduri, Sari, former Padawan, telling us her version of what happened. By sliding down, we can enter the tomb of Mikrul. This can be a very confusing layout, so you need to tread carefully, having lots of enemies, a magnet puzzle, swinging vines, chests, force echoes, and many other things to explore. After unlocking the force push, you can push enemies out of the ledge into the void, so every now and then I have been pushing enemies, and after some puzzle solving, fighting and grappling in a platform with a lot of troopers, I pushed away my 25th enemy, unlocking Lookout Below. Right after taking care of the purge trooper, a ship blasts a platform off, making us fall down, and Cal has yet another vision about his Padawan training with his master, learning the ability to force pull, pulling his lightsaber to him and managing to stay alive. With this new ability, we are able to solve this tomb's puzzle much quicker and to defeat the tomb guardians with more ease. Already in the main chamber, we took care of enemies, got some force echoes, secrets, and were able to pull down a wall to raise the spire of Mikrul, getting access to an Eno Cordova recording while I was going to the surface, unlocking everything is connected. Already in the surface, I went to the Mantis before getting another upgrade from BD1, allowing him to hack Prov droids. While going through the Imperial dig site on our way to the Mantis, we fought and scanned a purge trooper commander, and by trying to leave the weather monument, we get attacked by Bing, a bounty hunter, imprisoning us to Ordo Ares, the Axion Brood's lair. Without BD1 and a lightsaber, we escape our jail, see BD1 imprisoned, save him, and head to the main stage where Sark Tomo, a crime boss, forced us to fight many enemies because of Gree's large gambling debt. After taking care of every enemy, we face off against Bing, and after that, Grease and Sere arrive to save us from this planet. Cal is somewhat angry at Sere, finding out what happened to Trilla before Mary Kozan sends a message saying that they found Tarful and is willing to meet Cal. In the meantime, Grease apologizes to Cal for putting him in danger and that we need to cut some slack to Sere, and we head off again to Kashyyyk. After the event on Ordo Ares, Axion Brood bounty hunters will appear in some part of the planet, contributing for 2 achievements later down the line. We fight and scan the Axion Brood Commando. After entering the Overgrow Pass, we defeat some enemies, reach the point where we can have some rocket troopers, so I took the chance and took care of them by using their own rockets by using the force push, being my 20th enemy that I defeated with explosives, unlocking Big Bang. We enter Gloomroot Hollow, we avoid most of the plant traps, get the Milkgrass Terrarium Seed, fall down to a pit, take care of more enemies, and enter the Origin Lake. This is actually one of my favorite places and parts of the game, but can also be very frustrating because of the mushrooms. By climbing to the top, Tarful and Mary will say that we need to climb the origin tree to seek out answers, and they will give us the underwater breather so that we can access it. We dive into a lake, jump around on the mushrooms, get our 3rd additional steam canister, and start our climb to the origin tree. By taking care of enemies, avoiding the forest traps, fight and scan Electro Hammer Purge Trooper, slide down while avoiding blasts from troopers, and see a Shivo bird attack an Empire battleship, and finally reach the origin tree. However, we will need to climb it. In this area, you need to be careful because the enemies can group up on you and they are the annoying ones. We get the Mushbloom Terrarium Seed, notice the Shivo bird watching over us, have another flashback to Cal's Padawan training, learn the Jedi flip, swing on some more vines, and find the Shivo bird injured, so we help him out. And in return, we fly on his back. We get to see another recording of Eno Cordova, however, notice some commotion over the Shivo's bird direction. The Empire strikes back, and the 9th sister gets out of the ship, needing to battle her. This fight can be difficult, however, the attack patterns are way easier than the 2nd sister fight. So after some attempts, I was able to defeat the 9th sister, unlocking her name was Mazana Tide. After the fight, we get a lift from the Shivo bird back to the Mantis. We tell them the news about what happened. Tere tells her side of the story and apologizes to Cal. We plant the seeds that we got, head back to Bogano to clear the planet out, getting more Force Echoes, chests, and the Featherfern Terrarium Seed because we have unlocked the Jedi Flip. Because I unlocked the Throw Lightsaber ability from the skill tree, I was able to line up 3 enemies to eat them and take care of them at the same time, unlocking Triple Take. Explore a little bit more, getting our 4th additional Sim Canister, the final secret, the final Force Echo, the final chest, and the final BD1 scan to complete 100% exploration of Bogano. By unlocking the Precision Evade, you can evade precisely before an enemy hits, just like a parry, and after precision evading 100 enemies, you will unlock Can't Touch This. With everything done here, I went back to the Mantis and went to our next destination, Dathomir. We set foot on Dathomir, and let me tell you, this was my least favorite part of the game. This planet has a very confusing layout, and I went through it many times later to complete the planet's exploration. While scanning some runes, with BD1, a Night Sister appears and summons the Night Brothers to take care of Cal. We take care of them and of many more while we go through the planet, scanning the new enemies, getting chests, and learning a little bit about the world. While trying to reach the tomb, we came across a wanderer that knows who we are and knows a lot about the Night Sister and their cult. When trying to figure out how to climb a wall, a Night Brother throws a boulder at us, destroying the platform, sending us to the swamp of Dathomir. While trying to go to the tomb, the Night Sister appears again, summoning her dead sisters, so we need to face them as well on our journey. We see glimpses of the Night Sister enter a settlement with Night Brothers, forcing us to slide into the swamp of sacrifice, get the bleeding cut Terrarium Seed, and while climbing a wall, we notice a Night Brother get captured by the Winged Beast. So after taking care of many enemies and trying to find out a way out of the swamps, we see more glimpses of the Night Sister and drop down to a cave. After checking the walls for a dead Night Brother, we notice that this is the lair of the Winged Beast, Gorgara. This fight is really easy and the patterns are easy to follow, so after taking care of 3/4 of his health, Gorgara will fly away. Checking the dead Night Brother, we take his useful climbing claws that allow us to climb new wall surfaces. We put them to the test, and when almost reaching the top, Gorgara follows us, grabs us, throwing us in the air, leaving it fall on his back several times, dealing damage to it, and finally making Gorgara fall to his demise, unlocking Gorgara Falls. After taking care of him, we climb the wall, enter the Night Brother settlements, take care of the enemies, go back to the beginning part, finally climb the tomb wall, but before entering, we go through a little detour, killing a Nidak Alpha, one of the last unique enemies left in the game, take care of more enemies, and get our 5th additional Steam Canister. We enter the tomb, touch the remains of the Force in the door, meditate, and Cal gets a flashback to his Padawan days, talking with the clone troopers, training with Master Jaro Tapal, before Emperor Palpatine executes Order 66. Master Tapal tells young Cal to run away, so we get through the vents, take out some troopers, lose our lightsaber, see Master Jaro deal with the troopers, and get shot by them. Cal uses the Force before putting Master Jaro and him in a pod. Master Jaro gives his lightsaber to Cal before passing away. Cal stops meditating and has a vision of his master preparing to fight, so Cal takes him on, quickly dispatching him. However, Jaro calls Cal a failure, and in the meantime, his lightsaber gets destroyed. The Wanderer appears and reveals himself as Taran Malicos, a former Jedi, telling us his story. However, the Night Sister, Marion, appears confronting Malicos on his way and resurrects every Night Sister in the planet, so Cal needs to run to the Mantis. After entering, Grease takes off and Cal tells what happened, having a conversation with Seri, learning that Seri tapped into the dark side, killing a lot of Empire Inquisitors and troopers. We head off to ancient Jedi Temple Ilum to get a kyber crystal to repair his lightsaber. Already in Ilum, we go across the ancient Jedi Temple with no lightsaber in hand, getting chests, BD1 scans, and Force Echoes on the way. We deal with puzzles. Cal notices the kyber crystal has chosen him, so we follow the sparkle, shimming our way through a gap. However, we fall in the frozen water, needing to swim with great difficulty. Before we pass out, Cal gets a vision of his younger self, helping him to get out of the water and guiding him to the crystal. We pick up the crystal, however, it breaks in two, leaving Cal without hope. BD1 arrives and transmits one of the Enos Cordoval final messages, bidding farewell to BD1. After learning this from the BD1, Cal starts to have more hope and chooses the color of his kyber crystal, creating his new lightsaber, a fusion of his masters and series, unlocking for a more civilized age. From his chamber, we can get a Force Echo, making this our 75th unlocking echolocation. Going out of the caves, we are attacked by stormtroopers, so I take advantage of using every blade type, single blade, double blade and split blade on a single enemy, unlocking Blade Master. We fight more waves of enemies, take care of them inside and outside of the temple, and head to the Mantis. We tell what happened to the crew and head off to Dathomir again, but now with vengeance. We make a beeline to the tomb, encountering some Axiom Brood body droid and body hunter. However, I was only able to scan the body droid. But by battling these two types of body hunters, we unlock Scum and Villainy. We head into the tomb again and are challenged by Master Tapal again. However, our approach is a little bit different from before. We simply defend and don't attack anymore, showing that Cal quickly matured from before, allowing us into the tomb. We defeat a couple of Night Brothers, and after crossing the other side, Night Sister Marion appears talking with Cal and telling the story of what happened to the Night Sisters, Tyron Malicos being their downfall. BD1 checks some Ashen statues, being the last encrypted log of Eno Cordova, unlocking Data Disk. Finally, we confront the former Jedi, Tyron Malicos. He tries to turn Cal into his side, however, it does not work, both clashing blades. This battle can be very challenging, but if you have the parry button ready at all times and do the split blade attack, you can take care of him. At a certain moment, you will have the upper hand, however, Night Sister Marion will help us fight him, being a very valuable ally. At the end, Marion will put him into the ground, finishing the fight, unlocking Anu. It was no good. Marion will give us her blessing to get the Yastrium. Cal gets the Yastrium and invites Marion into the Mantis, unlocking Full House. After all this, we head straight to the Mantis with Marion and everyone welcomes her on board. We now need to go into Bogano again so we can open the vault once and for all. Before going there, if you pick the Grasping Pull ability from the skill tree, we can pull an Ogdo's tongue, having the ability to slice it, unlocking Cal got your tongue. We head to the vault and open, unlocking the Holocron awaits, and see a vision of what could happen if we use the Holocron, find the Jedi's younglings. They will be traced by the Empire, some of them will get killed, and Cal will join the Inquisitors, joining the dark side. Cal gets out of that state, and out of nowhere, Trilla, the second sister, appears demanding the Holocron and crossing blades with Cal. Cal gets Trilla's lightsaber, and Trilla picks up the Holocron. Cal is overwhelmed by Trilla's feelings through the lightsaber, learning what happened to her and how she turned to the dark side. By leaving the vault, Bogana is filled to the brim with stormtroopers, so after taking them out, we head to the Mantis. Cal apologizes to Sarah after learning what she went through and also mentioning that Trilla does have the Holocron, so they devise a plan to get the Holocron back. But before that, Sarah knights Cal into a Jedi Knight. Our final stop is Nur, the home of Fortress Inquisitorius. However, we'll not go yet, because I will try to explore every single planet, and the first one is the hardest one, Dathomir. I'm trying to achieve 100% exploration, meaning I need to get every single chest, secret, Force Echo, BD1 scan, and explore every single alleyway. The reason I'm not too fond of Dathomir is because the enemies are super annoying and this place is a maze. However, that didn't stop me from getting every single chest, secret, Force Echo, BD1 scan, and exploring every single alleyway. There is only one thing missing, and that was the last thing I got from this planet, the Mushling Terrarium Seed. I went back to the Mantis and planted it. Our next target is Ilum, which is the easiest one to get because it doesn't have many secrets, neither chests nor Force Echoes. However, I use the enemies here to accomplish other things, by using the BD1 ability to act probe droids when battling some enemies, defeating them, unlocking Don't Mess with BD1. I got the last secrets, chests, and Force Echoes. The trip to Ilum was excellent because our last Terrarium Seed bloomed, unlocking green thumb. Our next destination is Kashyyyk. However, there is not exploring to do, just cleaning up by getting the final chests, Force Echoes, secrets and BD1 scannings. I got the final upgrade to BD1 that I forgot, getting the ability to whack security droids to fight on our side. I found a normal stormtrooper with the blasters, so he shot at me, I slowed him down with the force and I pulled him towards me, killing him with his own bolt, unlocking what goes around. After getting the last chest, I was able to get enough skill points to get all of the skill tree ability points, unlocking Fuel the Force. I was done with Kashyyyk and our only place left was Zepho, which was one that I left more stuff undone. Right off the bat, I quickly got some Force Echoes, chests and secrets that I missed in the first part of the planet, being able to find, fight and scan the Accent-brought bounty hunter. I passed through the Ice Caves, got our 6th additional steam canister. Our next stop is in the crash site, needing to go through a hidden tunnel, encountering Rabbi Jotas, the last unique creature we need to face off. Because I have all the skills and have some time in the game, I was able to defeat him very quickly, unlocking legendary beasts. I got more chests, BD1 scans, secrets and Force Echoes until I moved into another area inside the crashed Venator. Learning what happened here, getting the secrets, Force Echoes, chests and BD1 scans. After getting out, we unlock visiting other places and can get our 7th additional steam canister. After entering the Imperial dig site and headquarters, we can find our 8th and final additional steam canister, unlocking medical droid. The last place we need to go is the Tomb of Mikrol, and at this point I started using the Empower Slow using ability from the skill tree to defeat enemies. I grabbed the last Force Echoes, BD1 scans, secrets and chests, unlocking a galaxy far far away and collector. I took care of more enemies under the effect of the Empower Slow, and the 25th got me not so fast. So after exploring everything to 100%, there's one thing left to do. I went to Noor, everyone is prepared to go to war. Merrin used the spell to put Mantis invisible, while Sere and Cal enter the fortress. We take care of waves and waves of troopers, one after the other. Cal makes the control room explode, making water enter the fortress, but gets more accessible. We fight more troopers in the dojo and more in the prison block. We witness Sari in action, opening up the way to Cal to continue. We enter the citadel that goes into the interrogation room. Trilla sneaks on us, having the final showdown with Cal. This fight can be very tough, however with the experience and patience can take care of her. After taking out Trilla, Cal gets the holocron and Sarah joins him, having an honest conversation with Trilla about what happened. When everything was supposed to be okay, someone appeared. Darth Vader, out of the blue, kills Trilla and throws Sari out of the way like she was a fly. We try to face Darth Vader, however he's way too powerful, only using force, so we need to run away from him. We get a scan from him, unlocking Data Collector. The Mantis try to contact Cal, and when almost reaching the end, Darth Vader appears. BD1 saves us, we strike Darth, he uses the force on Cal's lightsaber to strike him, and out of nowhere, Sari appears to save us. However, she is using the dark side of the force. Cal blows the fortress window and swims away with Sari in his arms, but Merrin saves us both. We wake up and everyone seems to be okay, so we check the map of the names in the holocron. However, Cal decides that destroying it is the best option, and the game finishes, unlocking Trust Only in the Force. I have unlocked all of the achievements, but how did I do? I completed this challenge in 33 hours, and I have actually enjoyed this game. This was my first time playing it, and even though I knew about the saga, this was completely blind. The story is a little bit short, being able to complete it under 8 hours, and the bulk of the game is in the exploration, which can be pleasant and intimidating at the same time. If you are a Star Wars fan, or even if you are not, I recommend at least checking it out. Regarding the future projects, I'm torn between 3 games: Star Wars Jedi Survivor, LA Noire, or The Witcher 2. I still don't know what I should do, but when I upload this video, I already have something in mind. If you are interested in any more videos like this, be sure to drop a like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching the video and see you on the next one.